No big surprise here. Hey, who am I? Well, if you guessed Governor Rick Perry when he was on the presidential debate stage and he had brain lock, that's who I tried to impersonate. I just read a little article. I'm going to attach the link. Governor Rick Perry endorses Teddy. Now, you'd think that a governor, an ex-governor, would be bright enough to realize that Teddy isn't eligible. Why would Governor Rick Perry endorse Teddy when there's lawsuits being filed against Teddy's eligibility all across the country? You have to ask yourself a question. But then again, we saw how bright Rick was when he was asked the question on the debate stage. And he did. That's called brain lock. That's when your brain goes into neutral and nothing works. And his brain must still be in neutral to be endorsing this guy. We still don't know how much money Citibank loaned him or gave him. We still don't know if any of the $1 million was paid back to the bank, Goldman Sachs, that his wife's an executive in. I think the paper trails should be made available to the American people. He never would have become a senator if he didn't have that $1 million. So he's somewhat beholden to Goldman Sachs. Never mind that his wife works there and makes an awful lot of money working there. Even when she's now supposedly on leave, the word is she's still getting compensated. All that information has to be made available. Ted said that she left. Ted said that's why they had to go on to Obamacare, because she, by leaving, going on temporary leave, she lost her insurance. I believe those are, like everything else about Ted, just fabrication and lies. You know, I posted an interesting video. You might want to take a look at it. It talks about when Teddy was 18. Back then he was interested in world domination. Back then he was interested in being incredibly powerful and wealthy. Back then. So you have to ask yourself a question. Do you really want someone like this that's ineligible? Haven't we already learned our lesson when you have someone that's ineligible, like Barack Hussein Obama? These people are completely nuts. The congressman out of Texas, Louis Gohmert, also supported Teddy. Another nutcase. I don't believe that he'll be reelected by his constituents to run again as a congressman. And I don't think that Teddy will be reelected as a senator, assuming that he's not thrown out for not having been eligible to be a senator, because he's a Canuck.